Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Spurs Up. As always, alongside Deric Rush, I am Jack Taylor. And this week we got a lot of Gamecock athletics for you as we give you another Gamecock sports rundown. So starting off, we're going to hit women's soccer. Now, we haven't had a show since, so just to keep you all updated, women's soccer won the SEC tournament against Arkansas 1-0. So that's a big accomplishment for the university as the soccer team had not won it in a while.
This is another shutout dub for them. I mean, they had a great. This has been a phenomenal season to watch. They're playing Notre Dame tonight at 6. I think they're gonna have that momentum carry over into this game. I'm really hoping that they would pull this game out. If they win this game, they will play the winner of the Xavier-Kansas game on Sunday. So I'm interested to see how they perform tonight. I don't expect anything different from what I've seen the rest of the season, though.
No, yeah, they're hoping for a big crowd out at Stone Stadium tonight as they host Notre Dame, and especially bringing the momentum, like you said, coming off of the win against Samford. It's looking like it's going to be hopefully the success that they've been looking for in the postseason that has been slipping out of their grasp in the past couple of years. Hopefully they can take this year and actually be able to, materialize that.
Well, prior to this year, they hadn't made it to the quarterfinals until 2009. So I'm just excited and I'm happy that we're finally starting to make those postseason corrections, the little things that are getting paid attention to. And I mean, we see the results. They're right there on the cusp of winning that championship. So we're gonna hope for the best.
All right, and now moving on to men's basketball. They've actually had a pretty fair start of their season so far, winning 3 games in a row and then losing their first game on Tuesday to Boston University, 78-70 here at South Carolina.
It was a tough loss. Unfortunately, they lost to Boston. The defensive presence was a big issue. A.J. Lawson has been playing amazing. He had 28 points in that last game, 22, 7, and 5 in the Boston game, 28 points in the Cleveland State game. I'm impressed. He's really stepped up to the curve, and he's being a leader for this team. A lot of young talent with Trey Hannibal. He comes off the bench and provides great minutes for the team, and I'm really proud of what Frank Martin is doing. It's just a defensive challenge right now. We have to get some more post presence. Mike Kotsar has been playing a lot of minutes. They play Gardner-Webb tonight at 7 as part of the Cancun Challenge. Then they're going to play Wichita State next Tuesday in Cancun. But like I was saying, that defense is going to play a large portion of their winning streak or losing streaks in these next couple of weeks.
And now moving on to women's basketball, they are undefeated on the season, doing just about as well as we all expected them to do. But last night, they won by 80 points against USC Upstate. Now, that is a bit more than I expected them to win by.
Yeah, that was a huge point spread. Don Staley's been doing very well with the team. Tyasha Harris, congratulations. She actually crossed into the 1,000-point club for the university. And I mean, they're playing Clemson on Sunday at Clemson at 2 o'clock. I'm excited to see what they're going to bring to the table as far as the freshman talent is concerned. Freshman talent has been playing up to the hype. The recruiting class has been a very interesting team, an interesting group to watch. They also had that tournament in St. Thomas. What are your thoughts on how they're going to do for that tournament?
Yeah, it's a couple big ranked matchups. They have the tournament Thursday through Saturday, and one of the biggest ones is they're playing number 2 Baylor on Sunday. That's going to be probably the pinnacle of their season so far, and seeing if this team all around can live up to their ranking and take on one of the best teams in women's basketball.
Usually play pretty tight against ranked teams, top 10 teams, but I think coaching is going to play the difference. These are 2 well-coached ball clubs, and I'm interested to see what the outcome will be in that game on Sunday.
And I think Aaliyah Boston has been a big contributor for the team. She's had 3 double-doubles and continues to ball out as a freshman. So that's one of the best ones we have seen coming out of the gates, and hopefully she can continue that momentum into Clemson and throughout the tournament. And now last, but maybe a little least, we're going to talk about football. It has been nothing short of just a dumpster fire in these last couple weeks, especially in terms of what, the state of Muschamp's job, and especially now that we are not bowl eligible anymore.
Yeah, a lot of media controversy going on about whether or not the university will decide to continue with Muschamp as the head coach for the next coming seasons. We've been hearing mixed reviews, mixed stories. It's exciting. I mean, it's interesting to see how that's going to play out. Media coverage can be a little tricky when it comes to rumors and things like that,
especially with coaching staffs.
Right. You have Brian Edwards, who's doubtful for Clemson's game, and they lost to Texas A&M 30-6. I don't know if our offense is been enough of a constant. And what I mean by that is between the running backs and the quarterback controversy throughout the season, there hasn't been a groove. There hasn't been a groove, and there hasn't been a chance for the linemen, the coaching staff to really just get a feel for what they're working with, and I think that plays a large part into the record for this season.
Yeah, and I've been one of Muschamp's biggest defenders in the past, but if you look at it and you look at you're saying the inconsistency of offense, at first I thought it was more because of what Kurt Rober was doing, and then McClendon came in, and you saw that same kind of offensive attack where it was conservative, it was a lot of halfback reads, it was a lot of short passes to the out routes, and you wonder, is that to play in part with Muschamp? Because if Muschamp is playing any part in the offense, he's a defensive-minded coach. That's not what he should be looking at. So part of me wants to see if he is the problem.
And you have to throw into account, too, injuries. Plagued with injuries this entire season. At the quarterback position specifically, Jake Bentley gets hurt early. Helinski gets hurt in the midpoint of the season. You have Decarion Joyner hopping in and hopping out, just trying to help. And at this point, the real question, I think, for everybody, including maybe even the Gamecock athletics, what is Jake Bentley going to do? Is he going to come back for that last year here of eligibility? Is he going to transfer? Is Decarion going to transfer? There's so many questions with the quarterback position, with coaching. It's really a soap opera almost in the Gamecock athletics for the University of South Carolina football team. So.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of question marks along the team. One of the biggest question marks in my mind is, and I think it pertains very much to Muschamp's job, is these recruits that we have coming in, Dowdy, Lloyd. If he can't keep these recruits, if he can't get these guys right from our backyard, is that going to affect? That would affect whether or not he stays as a coach, because recruiting has been one of his staples for his coaching staff and for his term here in South Carolina.
Sure.
So if he can't hold on to these recruits, I think that is where you're going to see his job slip away.
Well, it's going to be an interesting finish to the season, and the offseason is going to tell a lot. A lot of discussion to be made, I'm sure, by the board, and hopefully the updates will come, and we'll see what happens. That's all we can really do at this point.
That's all you can really do. We'll have a break as we are about to hit Thanksgiving, and we'll come back with more Gamecock sports after the break.
We wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Spend time with your families. Eat enough turkey for the both of us, and we'll see you guys when we get back.
Until next time, South Carolina, Spurs up.